In this video as the UK, I did the most anti-British thing. Decolonize. Could I take over the world all over again? Watch the video to see. Welcome back. Today I'm going to be playing what I'm calling the least British game of Hearts of Iron 4 ever, and I'm guessing the title will be somewhat similar to that. Some of you may be asking, well, what is the least British thing to do? Well, I'll tell you the most British thing to do. You may be able to tell from the map what the most British thing is. Yeah, that's colonizing. So what's the least British thing to do? Decolonize. What path is that? The communist path. We're playing Communist UK today. Iron Man mode on, historical AI on. Let's get right into it. Everyone, unfortunately, welcome to the UK. We have 38 divisions. We got 62 factories, 300,000 manpower. We're in a good spot here as the UK, but we're not going to be. We're going to send our nation crumbling. I guess we'll just start building up the Greater London area with a ton of civs. I love civs. Give me civs. So here is our big British focus tree. We're going to be doing two things today. Obviously, we're going to be revisiting colonial policy, but also a change in course and concessions to the trade unions. Now, I've never played this path before, and I'm not sure if many of you have, because I feel like everybody does Mosley or the King's Party if they're going to go alt history. They don't go communist and cripple themselves. Yes, I guess we'll get started on a changing course. Here's probably everybody's least favorite thing to do in any major power or British game is organize the fleet. Now, I'm not entirely sure how Navy is going to work with this new update, but oh, okay, our king has perished. Okay, Ethiopia, no, we don't want you here, Ethiopia. Cannot allow this. We're going to let them go to somewhere else or be taken out by Italy. I don't know. All right, next up, concessions to the trade unions. We need to flip communist quickly. These decisions will give us that, so let's do it. All right, concessions to the trade unions done. We should now have decisions, yes. Those are actually some pretty good decisions. They give us some nice buffs. We can grab some factories for ourselves, some stability, factory output, dockyard output. All right, we're going to do this one. A trade union war propaganda support. Let's get our war support up. We'll also pass an increase in paid leave legislation. I think that unlocks further ones. Yes, it does. So there we go. We conceded to the trade unions. We can even grab further communist support right here by revisiting colonial policy. Let's do it. The trade unions are demanding mandatory union days, so we have to comply with certain demands that they're making, it seems. Yeah, and if not completed, we do take a little bit of a stability hit, political power hit, and it just hurts our country. Yeah, I think we're going to want to get these done because, look at that, mandatory union days gives us minus 15% political power, minus 0.2% weekly stability for a full year. That is terrible. We have a bit of a crisis on our hands. We don't want the king here anyway. We don't want any bit of monarchy in our new Britain anyway, so yeah, he can leave. I guess we'll continue on our route to decolonization, and we'll guide the colonies. Well, we do have a new king now. We have George VI, who gives us stability, which is good for right now. But George, I don't think you're going to be sticking around for too long. If you're British, look away. You don't want to see this at all. We're going to give Yemen their territory back, China some territory, Canada some territory, Argentina the Falkland Islands, Ireland gets Northern Ireland, Spain gets Gibraltar. Yeah, this is a British person's worst nightmare. All right, we've done it. Oh no. And we can do towards Dominion independence. Oh man, this hurts. I guess we can sort out this whole Indian thing first, and then we'll do all of these ones. Pass factory safety legislation. No. I would rather not have minus 14% factory output. I don't care if you're safe. I need guns. Oh, this is very interesting. It seems our meddling has caused the little entente to form between France and Czechoslovakia. Now we'll see what this means for the Germans. We could just get France and the Czechs for free. Now, thankfully, it looks like this is the last one before we can hold our referendum. Boom. Now we just have to wait for 100 political power, and we can fully flip. And there goes Mr. Baldwin. There we go. This focus is done. We can fully hold our referendum, and we are now the Union of Britain, led by Mr. Harry Pollitt. Alright, so we have 2 years to complete the decolonization tree, and yes, we have plenty of time to do that. So let's just get this done with and not have to worry about it any longer. Self-government for the Mediterranean next. What possible naval battle could be going on right here? The Spanish fighting all the way up here? Like, what is going on? Well, let's do it. Decolonization. Look at the state of the globe right now. New Zealand has declared independence from us. Not New Zealand, what will I ever do? And so has South Africa. Now, if Canada sticks with us, that would be very nice. Please, Canada. Canada and India have declared independence from us. Everyone, hold on. Try to stay onto your seats. We're about to complete decolonization. Yeah, look at all the people who have left the Allies. We still do have a few nations, including Egypt. Alright, so there. This whole tree is done. Let's do a limited rearmament, and we'll start industrializing a little bit before going on to any more of these ones. Yeah, we'll do some limited rearmament. Okay, well, a ton of people just left the Allies, yeah. Egypt included, and unfortunately, the Bahamas have left. Where are we gonna vacation now? I guess we still got Bermuda. Poland just joined the Little Entente, so France's faction is actually going somewhere. Now, I have an idea. I think France would be the only major in this whole faction, so, are y'all thinking what I'm thinking? To avoid world tension spiking that much, let's justify on Lebanon, and that should draw us into war with the Little Entente. I don't think any of these guys should be major powers. We should be able to get all of them in a peace deal. I'm just worried that the Germans will get in and swoop in, take a lot of war score by going in on the Czechs. So this justification will be done in December 1938, so we do have some time still to build up. I suppose we should probably get some troops trained up for this upcoming conflict, so yeah, we'll have to train out as many as we can on 29 divisions. Okay, so I'm just realizing we did get some of our old dominions to flip communist, and that's why they're still in the Allies. Except for the Sultanate of Muscat and Oman, they just love us anyways. Okay, so yes, like I was saying, the Germans have gone in on Czechoslovakia, putting them at war with the Little Entente. Okay, so yeah, they're probably going to get a lot of this war score. Our justification on Lebanon should be done in about a month's time, and under a month's time now. Okay, there we go. We got our new divisions out. So yeah, they're probably going to get a decent amount of war score here. Actually, they're getting pushed. Okay, maybe not anymore, but they were getting pushed, because they do have a lot of territory to worry about. Even Romania has joined in on the Little Entente. Yeah, actually, Germany is not looking too good right now. I think this benefits us, because I'm going to assume we'll be fighting these guys at some point. And there we go. Our justification is done, just as the famous National British focused industrial effort. Yes, I remember in the history books when the UK did industrial effort and then extra research slot. You know what? Let's not waste any time. Let's declare on the Lebanese Republic. All right, here we go. We are now at war with the Little Entente. The Soviets would like to send us 6 volunteers. Yes, thank you, Stalin. And there we go, we have Cherbourg. Let's flood in our troops. And yes, as I thought, France is the only major power, and we do have a lot of the war score here somehow. I don't know why, because I assume the Germans have fought a lot more than we have. Oh, it's because, look at that, sunk enemy ships 4,400. The French are actually putting up a good amount of resistance right here. Okay, Italy's just joined in, so that will probably draw some troops away from our border, and they might actually push us back. It's a bit of a struggle because we don't have an airport. This little invasion here is the one I'd like to call the straw that broke the camel's back. Let's do it. And we do have an airport as well. Thankfully, we can get our fighters, our CAS, and our TAC bombers right in. And we're right at the gates of Paris. And there, we're into Paris. Is that it? No, it's not. Did they get rid of disjointed government? They actually did. Wow. France got rid of disjointed government. France, yeah, 73% towards capitulation. We've lost 40,000 men somehow, but we've taken 10 times that in terms of their casualties, 414,000 losses. Somehow we're only at 50% of the war score. I don't know how. All right, there's not much left to take out of France here. I think we should be able to end this conflict soon, and oh man, what is going on over here? You know what, it's best not to look. Let's just hit the magic button and take out France. France is 99% towards capitulation now, and we're still only at 50% even though we just did a full-on offensive across the whole front. Oh well, let's just take these last few victory points and end this war. There we go, yeah, so 53% of the war score. Let's take a bit of land here. Peace deal is done. We did a little bit of map painting, a little bit of just a tiny bit of land taken here in Africa. We do have a friendly government in Morocco, Algeria, and Tunisia, as well as British Yugoslavia here with Tito. The man Tito is in charge, and we did get pretty much all of France. Very successful operation here, and of course we have St. Pierre and Miquelon, so we can use that as a staging ground along with Bermuda in case we ever want to get over to North America. You know what? It's time we head down to our political tree. We're going to eliminate the upper class first. We'll remove aristocrat, field marshals, generals, and admirals. So let's just see who we lose here. I hope we don't lose any of our very talented staff down here. And the Greeks actually pushed Italy and the Axis out of Albania. You know what? That is Hella based. I just realized that is Hella's base. Get it? Because, you know, Greece, they call themselves Hellas. Yeah, the Germans are going after the Baltics, interestingly enough, instead of the Soviets getting to the Baltics this time. Yeah, and for whatever reason, they just left the Bohemian Empire here. Not much of an empire, and also not very bohemian, and it is an independent nation. It's actually not a puppet or anything. National focus complete. Eliminate the upper class. Okay, so Montgomery, I see, and Somerville here is gone, and looks like a ton of other people that are advisors, generals, whatever. But we do also grab, what, 4 civs and 4 mills from this focus? Alright, sure. Okay, yep, and there goes our field marshal and our general here. The fate of the royal family, let's see what happens to these guys next. Oh, I don't know if it was this focus that did it or previously, but we do have a new leader, Rajani Halmi Dutt, and actually helps with subversive activities, which is nice because I may be planning some subversive activities around the globe. You'll just have to wait and see. I have terrible news. The Bohemian Empire is gone. Everyone pay your respects to the Bohemian Empire. Alright, here are our Spitfires for today. These should do us very nicely in any future endeavors. And of course, let's get some CAS as well. There, our Typhoons are now in production as well. Alright, and let's see, what are we going to do to the royal family? Let's see, we can either exile them to Canada, or we can take a little stability hit and, yeah, sentence them. I'm sure that's all that will happen to them. I don't think we would like to boost Canada any bit, so I'll take the stability hit. Here's a big choice now in our path. We can do the British Communist Alternative, or we can follow Moscow, join the Comintern. You know what, today, we're not going to be following Moscow. Let's do the British Communist Alternative. We'll change our faction from the Allies to the British Communist Alternative. Alright, sure. Here we go. Our faction has been, I wouldn't say created, but switched over. And it looks like, yeah, all of our other friends who were part of the British Empire have left, but can invite a few people. Commune of the Sudan, Somalia, and where is this? United Worker State of the Gambia. Oh, perfect. Okay. Next up, let's enforce decolonization, where we demand major powers here, it looks like Germany, Belgium, the Netherlands, and others to hey guys, you know what? This colonizing crap, it's not cool. Just ignore what we've done to France's colonies. Alright, let's see what all these powers say to our demands. Belgium? Yes, they have decolonized. The Netherlands too, nationalist Spain, Italy, Portugal, Japan, not the US, not Germany. But wow, we actually did get a large chunk of nations to decolonize. And yeah, this is very good. We now have a war goal on the United States of America. I told you I was doing subversive activities. It's the US that I'm doing them on. I'm building up Bermuda very nicely, but we can now start officially planning our invasion of the East Coast. Alright, now I'm curious to see what this focus is actually going to do, because they are now at war with the Germans, right? So, has that done anything? Like, what does this say it's done? Squashing the Germans. Okay, so I don't know if that's really done anything, but we can now grab Spirit of the Industrial Revolution, 10% output in both our factories and dockyards, of course. We're gonna grab that. Alright, FDR, it's time. Let's declare on the United States. We'll launch our invasion. Alright, we do have this landing, but it is very tedious right now. We don't have any reinforcements. Reinforcements are coming, but very slowly. Well, I may have just lost 20 divisions. Oh boy. Yeah, at least I'm destroying the US fleet, right? New plan. Invade Canada first, here in the Maritimes, and then push into the northeast of the United States from there. That's the new plan. Well, there's been a development in the world. The United States somehow joined the Benelux. There we go, another collab done. We now have 90% collab in the United States, because our first one was also, luckily, a 45%. Alright, let's see how this goes. There we go, we have got our beachhead here in Halifax now, and we do have an airport. Yeah, we're actually able to push them. Our CAS is that good. We're gonna head into Moncton. Let's try to take St. John, grab another port, and then we'll focus on, yeah, just expanding this border as much as we can before a ton more troops show up. Japan is doing their thing and declaring war on like the whole world. So now Japan is at war with the United States. There was just a big uprising in the Dutch, which joined the Axis, which should put the Germans now at war with the Benelux, hence America as well. All right, let's see if this invasion of Boston will go well. Hey, note to self, stop naval invading the United States. Why has Canada assumed faction leadership of the EU? Why not the United States? But why Canada in the first place? Yeah, I don't really know what's going on. Alright, I went for another pro-gamer move, and it's worked. Quebec City, fully undefended. This should cut supply off from them. There we go. Massive encirclement here, thank goodness. I was scared they were going to push me out. This should deal a nice blow to the army in the region. Making our way down to New York. Probably won't be able to take it just yet. We're running out of supply, but we can cut off Boston from everything else. Wait, what? Now Brazil has assumed leadership of the European Union. I didn't even realize Brazil had joined. Oh, that is just gonna make things a heck of a lot harder. Seriously, why? Why is Brazil able to take over? Fellow Brits, we are at the gates of Washington. And there we go. Washington is in British hands. Okay, so with 90% collab, yeah, the US is 37% towards capitulation. I actually would expect higher, but that's okay. It should be pretty easy to push them now. Yeah, look at their lines. We have taken out, 1.7 million Americans. The US in total has lost 2 million men. We've lost 500,000 men in total. Well, we have completely broken the United States Army. Yeah, we're on our way over to New Orleans. Come on, let's take Chicago. Yes. Yeah, 95% towards capitulation now. Come on, boys. Houston is wide open. Is that it? Yes, it is. There we go. The United States have capitulated. It's beautiful. Look at the Union of Britain has returned to the rightful territories of the United States. And we can release a collab in the United States. Let's do it. Let's just battle plan this thing and get out of North America. I'd like to move on to greener pastures. I mean, I wouldn't call Brazil a greener pasture, but, we need a change of scenery at the very least. Look at our industry. This is ridiculous. Oh my gosh. 482 factories. There we go. We've capitulated Canada. Barely pushed that far into Canada. They must have been very low on war support. Alright, our invasion for Brazil is nearly ready. I mean, well, it is ready, but we just don't have the armies here yet to support it. And I do want to say, there is an achievement for doing it, but you do have to do the Crush the Dream focus, and they can't actually be a collab, because that is not the original United States tag. So if you want the achievement, you should go down right here, Crush the Dream focus, so you will have to follow Moscow. Well, I guess we should get this invasion of Brazil started. Let's do it. This is completely undefended. Look at this. Well, there we go. Let's move all of our troops that I got over here. I got 2 armies ready to invade Brazil. Let's get them over here. This guy is making it all the way to Rio de Janeiro. I sent him there from way up here. And yeah, now he's on his way to Sao Paulo. Let's see if he can get there. Yeah, wow, he actually did it. Can I give this man a medal? Yes, I can. The 5th Infantry Division, look at how many. He is 5. He could get 5 medals. The Siege of Lille, the Occupation of Paris, the Siege of Chicago, and marched all the way into Rio and Sao Paulo. There we go. We have 86% of the war effort, and finally this is over. There we go. Peace deal done. We got, like, almost everything. We have the province of Canada, we have Luxembourg as a puppet, and British Belgium as a puppet, as well as we have Kurdistan and Azerbaijan here, as well as, of course, Brazil. We have Brazil under our fold. I guess the logical next step is to save Stalin. Let's take out the Axis, and we'll probably call it theirs. Oh, I didn't realize Harry is back. Germans actually don't have as many divisions as I thought they would have. Alright, let's declare on Germany. This will put us at war with Japan. That's okay. Let us launch our invasions and see if we can get a landing here in Germany. There we go. We've got the port. Yeah, let's just hit the magic button. They don't have much over here. We'll try to gain as much land as we can before they get any troops back over here. The fall of Berlin. Wow, we've been pushing so quick. I didn't even realize we were that close to Berlin. I would have showed you guys if I had known. Oh yeah, I completely forgot I have 12 fish and chips divisions. I guess we can deploy them. They have, yeah, pretty crazy stats. Franco, are you sure you want to join this war? Are you really sure? Oh wow, okay, Germany is 99% towards capitulation, so if we take Innsbruck here, that should do it. And there goes Germany. Let's try to push into Italy before they can really reinforce. Yeah, we are rolling into Italy right now on our beautiful tanks. Alright, let's put an end to this conflict as well. Italy doesn't have much left. Let's just do a battle plan. Mussolini is deposed. The fall of Rome. Let's just rush to the end of the boot. Yes, Italy is the last major left in this faction. We've taken... Oh, I was just about to check the casualties, but the war concluded because the Italian Civil War fired and everyone capitulated. We actually got 36% of the war score from that. Well, or not. As soon as I hit the puppet button, this popped up. Okay, let's try that again, I guess. Okay, there's the Civil War. This time it didn't fire right when the peace deal did. We do have the puppet. And, okay, now the peace deal's fired. 33% of the war score, and hopefully I don't crash this time when I hit this button. Okay, thank gosh. Alright, peace deal is over. However, we're still randomly fighting a few powers here in the Balkans. Okay, give me a moment. I really don't know what's going on. The Socialist Republic of Germany has joined the Greater East Asian Co-Prosperity Sphere. Why? And why did the Soviets just release these guys and get a puppet here? I don't understand. You know what? Japan, you've kicked off the wrong Union of Britain player today. Spain, this is what you get for being an idiot. There, take that, Spain. Even Argentina got in on the fun and invaded down here. Never underestimate me when I actually have time to play the game and the brainpower to play the game. It is so over for you. And let's hit the magic buttons here. And just, yeah, Japan has nothing here. Yes. Again, not much war score. 37%. Let's just do this real quick. And there we go. Peace deal is done. We have formed ourselves a nice British communist alternative here. We puppeted Spain, a lot of things in the Balkans, as you can see, and we got a pretty large Japanese puppet as well. So yeah, that will finally do it for this one. Honestly, for a pretty weak British path, you know, you're still the Union of Britain, you're still the UK, you're still pretty strong, and I believe I showcased that here today. Now we're set out for a nice Cold War between our version of communism and Stalin's version of communism. If you've watched this far in the video, please consider leaving a like and subscribing. It would mean a lot to me. And I'll see you all in the next one. Peace.